Hi everybody, welcome back to City Beat. I am with my sometimes co-host, Melanie Denon with Las Vegas Fire and Rescue. Not only a fire inspector, but a public education coordinator.
Yes.
It's that time of year again, and we're talking about this again. And this year, my gosh, historic drought conditions. So
Yes.
It's even more important to listen to every word that comes out of her mouth. Let's talk about the safe and sane, and then the ones that are illegal in our area.
Yeah, especially with the excessive heat we're having this year, fire risk is so high right now.
Yeah.
It's so dry and it's so hot, and then we have a lot of wind right now too, and wind fuels fire. We've had a couple fires just in the last week where one house caught on fire and the wind took it a couple blocks away and caught another home on fire in Henderson. So fireworks are huge, especially this time of year. Everything's opening up, people are wanting to get back to normal life, but people need to be aware that fireworks are extremely dangerous. Even the safe and sane fireworks could have potentially catastrophic results if they're not used properly. So we just had a house night before last. 4 people lost their homes and 11 animals were killed because of careless fireworks. So we need to be safe. So the difference between safe and sane, or what we call legal in Clark County, are these fireworks here. They're mostly fountains, a shower, like a little fountain or a little shower of sparks, sparklers, the little handheld, anything that becomes aerial, becomes off the ground, explodes, ladyfingers, anything like that. Firecrackers, those are illegal because they are technically an explosive. These do not explode.
Key words to look for on fireworks not legal in Clark County are shoots or fireballs. Safe and sane keywords are fountain or spray. Melanie starts off showing us safe and sane fireworks, like this sword that when lit becomes a giant sparkler. Safe and sane, but still requiring adult supervision.
Make sure if your kids are playing with stuff like this, they're not putting it in other children's faces. It looks fun, it's shaped like a sword, but you don't want them to be swinging it around and getting it near other children. You don't want them sword fighting with something like this.
When the sparkler stops, that does not mean it's safe.
You can see that the cardboard is actually caught on fire and is burning.
It should be doused and left in the water for 24 hours. In fact, a large bucket or trash can filled with water should always be close by when doing any fireworks. Another important reminder, safe and sane can still be unsafe and unpredictable. Take this legal firework. It starts off as it should, but is that supposed to happen?
No. So even the safe and sane and legal fireworks, anything can happen.
We move on to the fireworks that are not legal for use in Clark County. Again, these are fireworks that project, leave the ground, and cannot be controlled when they do, especially in breezy or windy conditions or when set off on uneven ground.
You're going to see the volatile nature of these and how you cannot control them.
While it goes off, debris flies everywhere, still hot and potentially fire starters. These types of fireworks are dangerous, but one of the worst illegal products are mortars.
People like to tie these together to try and make a larger firework. What happens, unfortunately, when you do that is you change what it's initially supposed to be, and this goes for safe and sane also. Anytime you try to alter them by any way, by taping them together, tying them together, you create a bomb, and it becomes a federal offense if you are caught doing it.
A couple of other things to keep in mind. The fiberglass tubes used to propel these mortars can become shrapnel if misused.
People try and overload them, or they use them multiple times for multiple mortars. It will shatter and it will hurt somebody seriously.
Also, the fuses can be unpredictable. Melanie Denon is an expert, with several experts surrounding her, including a member of Las Vegas Fire and Rescue's bomb squad. But even that can't protect her from an unexpectedly short and fast fuse.
That's a very fast fuse. I barely had time to get out of the way. I actually felt the fuse sparks on my hand.
No one wants to take the fun out of anyone's celebrations, but in a year of historic drought and monsoon systems that bring nothing but wind and dry lightning, when the animal shelter is already full of animals and expecting hundreds more that try to run away from the noise, and with soldiers that suffer from PTSD and can't stand the sound of explosives, this is no fun.
So we're going to have fireworks enforcement again this year, like we do every year. So we will be going into neighborhoods, and there is a fine for shooting off illegal fireworks. There will be citations. So you know, you're going to lose your fireworks plus pay a citation on top of that. It's just not worth the risk.
Right. And sometimes if there's a lot, there's like a disposal fee that goes along with it.
There can be, yeah.
Okay.
So.
All right, so everyone go sit, watch, let the professionals do it.
Yes.
If you're going to do the little sprinklers, fine.
Yeah.
But you saw how Melanie doused it, not just for a minute, but left it in there. So
Soak it for 24 hours.
please be careful and keep your pets inside and try to stay with them if you can. Thanks, Melanie.
Thank you.
We'll be right back. Keep in mind, if you experience illegal fireworks in your neighborhood, go to ispyfireworks.com and report it. Even if the fire department does not get there in time to cite the offenders, a record is kept of the most reports for next year, and that is where they'll concentrate their patrolling efforts.